How to deal with toxic people in your life. You don't. Guys, why the fuck are we dealing with toxic people in our life? Why are we dealing with toxic people in our life? They're toxic, okay? Guys, it took me my whole entire life to realize this and truly embody it, okay? I think I've truly started to embody this over the last like 4 or 5 months, and it truly sunk in of like, why the fuck would I let toxic people around me? Okay, guys, and we're gonna talk about if it's inevitable, like, you know, you work with them, their extended family, whatever. We'll talk about that in a second. But guys, I want to tell you a little story, okay? And I'm gonna give you some tips and tricks and all that shit too, okay? Guys, my childhood was very violent, okay? So there was a lot of conflict around all the time, right? So in my head, I equated like conflict with, oh, I'm gonna get hit, right? I equated conflict with violence, right? And with that violence, there was also a lot of gaslighting in my family. So I felt like I was always the one in the wrong. I was always doing the wrong thing, okay? So I wasn't the violent one, they were. But like, they would spin it back on me like I deserved it or somehow I caused it, all right? So in my head, I always felt like the problem. So I would get colleagues around me, bosses, acquaintances, friends, okay? I cut my family off at a young age. But I'd always get these people around me that would start treating me like shit, right? And because I was so scared of conflict, I was also so scared to rock the boat because I was like, what if I'm the problem? What if I'm over exaggerating? What happens if they're actually a really good person? And because in my childhood, I went into people pleasing mode. I went into, I'll act small and appease you so nothing goes wrong. I'll be the perfect daughter. I won't step on anyone's toes, okay? I'll walk around on eggshells my whole life to not rock the boat so there's no violence and there's no conflict. Because if I'm perfect, like, life will be perfect around me, right? I'm sure a lot of you guys will relate with this, okay? Because a lot of people that don't have boundaries and have a lot of fucking toxic people around them is good, kind-hearted people that were very abused in childhood or their early years, right, guys? And they don't know how to stand up for themselves. They don't know how to have a voice. I feel very emotional making this video because I just want to give you a big hug right now. I'm gonna tell you how to have a voice because, guys, I'll tell you here right now, not having boundaries, not having a voice, and having toxic people around you will ruin your life, okay? Oh, I'm trying to keep the tears back because I'm 31 next month or whatever, in a couple of months, and these last, like, I'll say to 27 to 30, 31, okay, have been the worst years of my whole entire life because I had no boundaries and I let everyone walk all over me, guys, okay? Now, let's talk about it. So yeah, like, honestly, guys, it will ruin your life, it will ruin your self-esteem, and it will eat you alive if you don't start putting in boundaries and just cutting everyone out. Now, guys, how to deal with toxic people. You cut them out. Guys, this is the thing. You're so scared to be alone. There's a few things going on here. You're terrified to be alone and have no one. You're terrified to be wrong and actually being like, you know, you're the problem and you're over exaggerating, and then it comes out that they're a really good person and you blew up over like a small minuscule thing, right? And you're scared of conflict. Right? You're scared of rocking the boat. You're scared of saying no. You're scared of putting in boundaries. And another one, you're scared of losing this person. Let's start there. Guys, why the fuck are you scared of losing someone that's hurting you? Why the fuck are you scared of losing a shitty version of someone? Okay? Guys, I'm here to tell you that there is really, really good people in the world. And I'm going to talk about my girlfriend for a second. My girlfriend is the healthiest relationship I've ever been in my life, okay? And it took me until getting into my 30s to finally be in a healthy relationship because I started saying no, because I started putting in boundaries, because I'm very strict with her and I'm very fierce, okay, when it comes to my boundaries and self-respect now, okay? And when I got into a relationship with her and met all her friends, I finally realized, like, holy shit, there is really, really good people in the world that take responsibility for their actions, that take accountability, that don't gaslight me, that don't put the blame back on me, all this shit, okay? And she's like that. Whenever we get into a tiff or a fight or something, she takes full accountability. She owns her shit. She doesn't gaslight me. She's not toxic, okay? Guys, like, you know, she doesn't talk down at me. Like, she's a very amazing partner. And when we get into fights, she's still an amazing partner, right? So, guys, that's the thing. You can have it all. And, you know, all of her friends are like that too. They're so beautiful. They're so kind, okay? There's no toxicity in their group. They just all want to go out, have fun, be good people, be kind, okay? It's like ridiculous. I've never met better people in my life, including her. Anyway, guys, what I'm saying is, like, you can have it all in friendship and relationship. We'll talk to like about work colleagues and shit in a second. But you really can have it all. But you have never experienced it all. So you have this like limited view of people that like, and I'm talking about if you've dealt with like everyone in your life has been toxic, okay? Like you have this limited view that, oh no, like everyone's a little bit toxic, or like, you know, relationships are hard work. Guys, relationships are not hard work when you're with the right person. That's not a psycho, okay? Trust me. My relationship is, you know, we have our ups and downs, we live together and shit like that. It's a normal relationship. But no, there's not these emotional highs and lows. There's not this toxicity where I'm going to bed crying, or I'm sitting there like, you know, bawling my eyes out trying to express my feelings and she's denying them. Guys, been there, done that. Like for years, my whole life, I know what it's like, okay? In friendship, in family, in romantic partners, okay? You have to realize you can have it all, and there's really healthy people out there that would never put you in toxic positions. So once you kind of start believing that and being like, oh fuck, okay, I'm gonna start taking Andy's word on that, maybe there is really healthy people out there that are gonna be good to me. You need to believe that, okay? You need to look at me. You need to believe that, because that's the only way you're gonna cut off these toxic people. Is if you have this deeper knowing that like, I don't deserve this shit. There's people out there that will meet all my needs and be so kind and loving no matter what, guys, okay? And guys, this is another thing. If like, for such a long, I'm a psychic medium for a living, okay? And because of my childhood, you know, even though my intuition was so sharp, so on point, like higher than most, okay? And that may sound arrogant, but it's just factual. Like, I'm a psychic medium for a living. Of course, my intuition's sharper than other people's, okay? I would gaslight myself into thinking, oh, but maybe I'm making a big deal out of it, and my partners and my friends and everything would gaslight me. Oh, no, I didn't mean it like that. You're taking it the wrong way. You're over-exaggerating. Why is everything a drama? Trust yourself, guys, okay? If you're getting an off feeling about someone, or like it's just the same shit all the time, just same toxic behavior, like you're probably right. Your intuition just doesn't ping for no reason, okay, guys? Like, and the thing is, guys, your intuition is this like gut-wrenching feeling of something's off, okay? Insecurities is mind chatter, right? But with intuition, you feel it on a body level, right? So whenever you just think about someone, I want you to think about someone toxic now, it's not just going to be like, oh, they're a bitch, or oh, they're mean to me. You're going to feel this repulsive feeling, or this feeling, a turtle, or this feeling in the background of your stomach and like your body just of like, oh, I need to get away from this person. Like, you know the saying bad vibes? Literally their vibes are shit. Like you feel their vibration, you feel their energy, and it's like, oh, repulsive, okay? Guys, that's your body, your soul, your mind. I don't care if you're spiritual or not. That is your whole, like, I want to say ecosystem for some reason, but I'm just going to say that. But that's your whole ecosystem, okay? Being like, get the fuck out of there, right? So stop listening to your mind so much. Like, I have a really bad OCD. Like, my OCD will be like, break up with your girlfriend, you know, terrible things every day. The mind is not always right. We can go through highs and lows with our emotions, okay? But when it's day in, day out, you're feeling this whole body feeling of like, nah, something's not right. This person's off, this person's top. Run. I don't care who's gaslighting you into being like, no, you're being too over dramatic. Run. Your body always knows, guys. I promise you, your body always knows. So guys, this is the thing. Even though I was a people pleaser, like pushover for many years, okay, my whole life, I did get to a point where I used to cut a lot of people out of my life, like very drastically, okay? And this is the thing, like people knew me for that, like don't switch up because Andy will cut you out, okay? So there was always this level of fierceness in me, but it just took me years, okay, guys? For friendship, it took years. For relationships, like, I don't know, I wouldn't stick around that long for relationships, maybe 3 to 6 months, but that shit would still traumatize me. Like, guys, if you're lesbian, you know that lesbian relationships are some of the most malicious, toxic, like, relationships you can be in if it's a bad relationship, okay? Because women are naturally manipulative, okay? Like, if you know, you know. Anyway, so those relationships would still fuck me up, okay? 3 to 6 months, like, they would completely tear down my whole psyche because from the get-go, I knew that they were toxic, but I just let so much behavior slide. Anyway, guys, this is not a fucking story time. Let's give you some tips and tricks, okay? Guys, how to deal with toxic people? You don't. Guys, cut everyone out that's toxic. I have cut my mom out. I've cut my sister out. My dad's passed, but I've cut my mom out. I've cut my sister out. Literally a couple of months ago, I just cut out my best friend of 5 years, okay? Now, guys, she's not a toxic person, but she was doing toxic behaviors for a long time. So yes, there is a difference, but guys, it doesn't matter if they're a toxic person or doing toxic behaviors, they're still toxic. Like, it's still harming you and it's still ruining you. So again, you can see that someone's a loving, kind person. And my best friend of 5 years, she was a loving, kind, gorgeous person, but she had a lot of toxic traits that were very unhealthy, right? So yes, there's a difference between being a toxic, gaslighting narcissist that takes no accountability, right? And a good person that has bad behaviors, okay? But guys, both are equally bad. The person that's a really good, kind-hearted person, but switches up on you. Like with her, there was a lot of microbullying. There was a lot of like snickering in the background, laughing at me, embarrassing me in front of other friends, like putting me down a lot, okay? And shit like that, guys, that is toxic. Like, even though she was a good, kind, loving person, and she still is, and I still have a lot of love for her, but like, I had to get rid of that relationship because I was like, this is not healthy for me, right? And she was doing that for the whole 5 years, but I just was like, oh, she's so loving, she's so kind, right? And I was just like, no, she's just blunt, that's just how she is, that's just her sense of humor, right? I just made so many excuses for her. Until one day I woke up and I was like, no, this behavior is unacceptable. I love you, but I cannot have you in my life, right? Now, guys, you can either go completely silent on these people and just cut them out, okay? Or you can send a very loving message of like, hey, and this is what I did with my best friend. I was like, hey, we've kind of drifted apart. Like, thank you for everything. I've had many conversations with you about the same thing and nothing's changing. I'm done, right? And it doesn't need to be malicious. It doesn't need to be a drama. Just send a nice message and cut them off, or just cut them off. Like, guys, some people don't even deserve your words because the behavior is so fucking deplorable. It's just like, yeah, I'm out, right? So guys, this is the thing. If everyone in your life is toxic or exhibit toxic behaviors, you need to cut everyone out, okay? I have been in times in my life where I've been completely alone. Not even had one friend in my corner, okay, guys? And it sucks, okay? I've spent birthdays alone, Christmases alone, because I was so determined to just be around good people. I was just like, I would rather be alone than around fake people that treat me like shit, right? And I understand that it is very scary being alone, but guys, I fucking love being alone now. I thrive. But you know, in my younger years, it was very scary being alone, and it was just like, oh my God, I'm gonna die alone. I'm never gonna have a friend again. I'm never gonna be in a healthy relationship. Guys, the more you're alone and you start loving your solitude and you start really loving and respecting yourself, okay, the right people will find you, all right? Now, guys, this is the thing. If you sit here right now and you're like, no, Andy, I love and respect myself, Guys, I'm going to tell you right now, if you have toxic people in your life that belittle you, treat you like shit, you do not love and respect yourself. And you may fight me tooth and nail on this and be like, no, Andy, I do love and respect myself. Like, you know, I put a face mask on, I eat well, I am into fitness, I do this, I'm do that. You do not love yourself enough. You do not love yourself enough, and you do not respect yourself. Guys, okay, let's talk about it. You may love yourself, but you do not respect yourself if there's toxic people in your life, right? And you have to really realize, like, I am the most important person in my life. People are going to come and go. People are going to die around me. People are going to leave me, okay? I'm going to be with myself for the next 80 years, right? Or if you're lucky, right? Am I going to let people break me? Because why? Why are they breaking you? Guys, it's actually crazy when you think about it. Like, we're adults and there's people going around ruining our self-esteem, making us cry, belittling us, being toxic. Like, I'm just trying to live a good life, be funny, be cute, be quirky, go after my dreams, and you want to ruin me. Like, it's actually very bizarre. Like, it's bizarre behavior. Like, why do you want to be around weird fucks like that, okay? You just want to be around good, high vibe, happy people. And guys, this thing, I am a very healthy person, but everyone has little toxic traits, okay? Or like, I want to say unhealthy traits. Anyway, my girlfriend and her group of friends are so nice. I came into it, and sometimes I make like little like jokes at my girlfriend sometimes, and I hear myself, I'm like, oh, that was a bit rude. Like, you know, it was a joke and it was a bit rude. And I'm like, holy fuck, like, these people are better than me. Like, you know, they're so healthy that like, I feel like the toxic one sometimes, okay, guys? So this is what I'm talking about. You can be around people that are so fucking healthy that you'll never feel this way again. I'm going on a tangent. Guys, let's talk about if like, it's extended family or co-workers or your boss, okay? People you cannot escape. Guys, honestly, if it's your immediate family, cut them off. Cut them off. Cutting off my family when I was like 20, 21 was the best thing I've ever done in my life, okay? Some people don't change and you just have to accept that, all right? Guys, if they're extended family, colleagues, bosses, and shit like that, I hate the quote, kill them with kindness. That quote fucked me up my whole 20s because I was like, I'll just be kind to everyone, and then everyone will like, you know, they'll get all like, I don't know, they'll like respect me or something because I'm kind to them. Yeah, that doesn't work. Guys, kill them silence, okay? So I know you're probably being like, Andy, I work with these people. I can't kill them with silence. Like, what? I need to talk to these people. I need to talk to my fucking in-laws. Guys, be very short and be very sweet. Don't engage in conversation with them, okay? Don't start conversations. Hey, how was your weekend? No. Okay, be silent, all right? If they talk to you, you can respond being like, yeah, cool, yeah, no problem. You don't need to be over enthusiastic. You don't need to be like, hey, bestie, like trying to engage with them all the time. If you have colleagues, guys, and they're coming and telling you about their weekend and bitching and moaning, you can be like, yeah, cool. Be short. Who gives a fuck if they don't like you? They're being toxic to you, guys. You don't need to win people's approval and be liked by everyone. Who gives a fuck if they don't like you? They're being weird and toxic. You don't need to be everyone's bestie. You don't need to appease everyone, okay? Same as your in-laws and extended family. Try not to see them as much as you can, but if there's like family events and everything, again, be short, be sweet. They talk to you, yeah, ha ha ha. Right? You don't need to make conversation with them. You don't need to like go out of your way to talk to them if they're rude and horrible to you, okay, guys? And guys, this is the thing. A very self-respecting person would really think, why the fuck am I in a job with horrible bosses and colleagues? I'm leaving, right? They'd be looking for other work. And if they had in-laws, like I said, cut your family off. Like, just cut them off, guys. You don't need family in your life, okay? Like, it's just not fucking worth it. But if there's in-laws or like, you know, your partner has toxic friends or your partner has toxic like family members that you need to deal with, okay? I want you to really start evaluating, why is my partner letting me be around toxic people? Like if my partner has toxic friends and they're coming to their house or something, why the fuck am I in a relationship with someone that has toxic friends, that their friends are being toxic to me or their family's being toxic to me? And if my partner is getting angry that I'm not seeing the in-laws or hanging out with their friends because they're toxic, like if my partner had toxic friends or in-laws or something like that, I would turn around to them a bit and I'll be like, cool, see them in your own time. Do not bring them to the house, and I'll see them once a year for Christmas, if that, right? Don't bring them around me. And if they got their nose up about that, I'd be like, why am I in a relationship with you when you have toxic people? Like, that's a red flag. Like, you shouldn't be mad at me. I should be mad at you, because why the fuck is your family and friends treating me like shit, right? So guys, anyone that's toxic in your life, guys, people make mistakes, okay? You can have conversations with people and be like, hey, the way you talked to me or when you did this, it was really rude, okay, blah, blah, blah. But guys, and cool, if they fix it and you like move on from it, amazing, okay? But if it's reoccurring, guys, and you've had the same conversations all the time and nothing's being changed, cut them. Or like if they've done something so disgusting, like cheat on you, lay their hands on you, manipulate you, gaslight you, steal from you, something just so fucked, that's not even a conversation, remove them immediately. But guys, people that like colleagues, extended family, make strong boundaries and don't go out of your way to be nice, okay? You can respond to them. But guys, this is the thing, be cold. And so what, you get fired. Why the fuck would you want to be in a workplace that's toxic? So what, your in-laws don't like you? They're fucking assholes. Like, be cold, guys, okay? Because that's the thing, guys. I used to be so kind to people, even though they were treating me like shit. And I used to be like, oh, ha, 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 giving them the benefit of the doubt. They're literally calling me fat and ugly. And I'm like, ha, ha, ha. Like, now I literally just cut them all off. Or if I need to be around them, I literally just don't acknowledge them unless they acknowledge me. And I'm very short and sweet with my answers. And if they think I'm an asshole, awesome. Well, you're being an asshole to me, so like, fair's fair. Guys, to end this video, I want to talk about unhealthy or toxic behaviors within a relationship, okay? And how to deal with them if it is a healthy relationship, but your partner's being a bit like weird and unhealthy and stuff like that, okay, guys? Now, like I said, I'm in a very, very healthy relationship. My partner is perfect. She's a fucking angel, okay? But guys, you know, we still have like fucked up shit from childhood, like everyone does, you know, coping mechanisms, things that like, you know, we're not great at, communication. I'm gonna give you an example from the other night that's gonna make a lot of sense, okay? So again, I'm not gonna walk away from her if we have a fight, okay? Because she's literally not toxic, okay? But there was an unhealthy situation the other night and I wanna like describe how I dealt with it. She really wanted me to go to an event, okay? And I was honoring myself and staying home because I was exhausted. I did it, like my social battery ran out, but going to an event was very important to her. In the past, I would have people pleased and been like, okay, I'm exhausted, I'm fucked, but I'm just gonna go to this event because I love her and I need to make her happy. I stood my ground like so many times. I was like, baby, I love you so much. I don't have it in me. I'm gonna make it up to you, but I just cannot go today, right? She was very disappointed and hurt. Understandable. She's allowed to have emotions. She's allowed to have feelings. And I felt bad for, you know, letting her down. But I also felt good for honoring myself and being like, no, like I deserve to have days off where I'm not interacting with people and just chilling out. Like it was a Sunday, right? Anyway, I don't care if fights last for an hour or two, but I'm not doing the 1 or 2 day fights. Like I'm not doing that. Like if we're in a healthy relationship, we're going to repair things very quickly and move on, okay? So for the rest of the day, she was very short and quiet with me and kind of cold. And I sat down with her and I was like, babe, this is very triggering for me because of my childhood and neglect and everything like that. And I'm like, look, you're allowed to have your feelings. You're allowed to be hurt, but can we repair things like quicker? Because like, I don't want to sit in this shit energy with you for days. We kind of worked it out, okay? Rolls on to next day, she's still being cold and distant. And I was just like, nah, fuck this. Like 2 days now of being cold because I honored myself. This is not happening, right? And again, her feelings were so valid, but we had to repair things quicker than what was going on. Anyway, she comes home, I'm trying to repair things. I'm like, baby, I'm trying to be cutesy and I'm trying to just be really light and sweet and everything, still being cold. Anyway, we get into a little bit of a tiff. I'm like, okay, you're obviously still mad at me. Like, how the fuck can I fix it? Because I'm trying everything, nothing's working. She's like, no, babe, I'm fine. I'm not really doing anything. And I was like, no. And I turned to her and I was just like, okay, I've come to you many times. I've tried to resolve this. I've said I'm sorry. You're obviously visibly upset. Now you're saying you're not upset. And now I feel a bit gaslit, okay? And I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. I turned to her and I was like, when you want to be a good girlfriend and when you want to be a good partner and fix things quickly with me, you can come to me, but I'm done. I'm not talking to you for the rest of the night. Like, I'm done. I'm silent. I'm done. So I started being cold with her. I was like, nope, I'm not being cutesy. I'm not playing games, okay? I'm not having these deep conversations about my feelings and how you're hurting me. I've already done that. You're still doing this. Done. I'm done. I'm not talking to you. So I was just silent. I was on my phone. I was very cold. I was watching TV and everything like that. She was still cold with me. Anyway, she went to sports. She plays basketball. She texts me, baby, I'm coming home. I just like love-hearted, don't say anything, right? She walks through the door. She has an iced coffee. She has a bunch of flowers. She has chocolates for me and like a protein bar, right? And she's like, I'm sorry. Okay. So guys, this is the thing. Why I'm telling you this is, again, my girlfriend's fucking perfect and she's beautiful. She was just having a couple of days where she couldn't regulate her emotions and things like that and come to me and like talk it out. But at the same time, I'm not going to sit there for 2 days feeling shit about honoring myself. I'm not going to have 2-day fights with my partner. Like, that's fucking unacceptable, okay? And back in the day, I would have just kept crying and trying to make things work and being like, baby, please. Now I get to a point where I'm like, no, I'm done. You're going to play these games. I'm playing these games right back. We're not fucking doing this, right? If you want to be cold, I'm going to pull back all my energy and respect myself and be cold to you. And guys, as soon as I honored myself, flowers, chocolates, I'm sorry. Right? Because guys, she understood in that moment and he's not going to be fucked with, okay? And guys, 2 days, that's still too long. I should have really done it in a day. I should have really been cold in a day. So next time, I'm taking that on board. But that's the thing, guys. You show people how to treat you. In that moment, she's like, oh my God, I'm gonna fucking lose my girlfriend over a stupid fight. But guys, the way I honor myself in my relationship now, my girlfriend knows if she like, my boundaries and standards are so fucking high for her, myself, our relationship. She knows if she stepped one toe out of our relationship in any wrong way, I'd cut her out immediately, I'd end the relationship and I wouldn't give a fuck, right? Because I love myself so much. I respect myself so much now, guys. Because these last few years, I have been dragged through hell and back. Like, guys, if I told you some of the shit I've been through, you would be appalled and stunned, okay? So guys, when you start honoring yourself like that, people will get in line really quickly. And if they don't get in line, you cut them off immediately, right? If my girlfriend was to come back and be silent for a couple of more days and gaslight me into making me think I was the problem, I would have ended it. Even though it's a perfect relationship, that kind of way of dealing with conflict, I would have ended it immediately. Like, I would have been like, this is fucking bullshit. Like, right? But she knew in that moment, no, I gotta step up. And that's what makes her a healthy partner and a healthy girlfriend, right? Do you see the difference here? Anyway, guys, this is a fucking long video, but don't let people gaslight you. Don't let people make you feel like they're the problem. You're not the fucking problem. There's healthy people out there. Honor yourself, love yourself, respect yourself. Do not deal with toxic people. Cut them out, okay, guys? Because you deserve to live a life of happiness with good people around you, and they're out there, okay? Till next time, I love you so much. Bye.